and actually go to YouTube so that I can say hello to the nice people of YouTube. Upload, play. That. What I want is a button on YouTube that says stream now. Apparently we're good. Apparently we are actually streaming, which is good. I'm hoping that Fallout will actually appear. And ow, ow, ow. Excuse me for one moment. Apparently we're actually... Okay, we're live. We are live. Okay then. Hello everyone, I'm Iron Phoenix and welcome to Fallout 4. We're going to be playing Fallout 4 again today. I am going to be starting Serious Sam at some point, but I don't know when. Maybe next week. I'm just having a bit of a chill week for now. Because I've been coughing a lot, and I will be coughing during the stream. I've managed to pull a muscle in across my chest somewhere, and this does happen whenever I get ill. I end up pulling a muscle in my chest. So, breathing is now a little bit painful as well. Oh, I love my body. So, yeah, playing some Fallout, and I don't know what exactly we'll be doing, but I did stream some Fallout. What was it, Friday night? Was it Friday night or... I can't really remember. I think it was Friday night. We did the Glowing Sea, because the Glowing Sea is such an incredibly nice place in Fallout 4. Which I don't think any of the other games really do the game justice. I mean, not even Fallout 4 does an awful lot of the game justice, but the Glowing Sea is incredible, and basically what I want to do is spawn in Fallout 4... Stuff happening. Is spawn in Fallout 4 and for everything to be the Glowing Sea, because the Glowing Sea looked epic. So yeah, recently I've been playing Fallout 4 and I've been playing Minecraft. And I've been experimenting with food today, so yay. I'm trying to record a Brexit video. You do not know how hard it is to record a Brexit video these days. Mainly all this crazy stuff keeps happening, and for some reason I just keep going back to Grenfell. So yeah, that one's going to be a bit of a tricky one to do. Partly because I think it's all the complete and utter... Yeah. Anyway, let's build some fences. I need some fences up. Oh, got the castle. So this is the castle. And I think that some walls are sort of needed around here. Let's just move a little. Why can't I just no clip in? There is a way, but I'm not messing around with that. Ooh, that one might be... no, bad door. God. I'm too used to Minecraft building. That was in, and now I've just stuffed it. Rotated it a little bit too much. Well, I rotated it, that's what the problem was. Oh god. Gonna have to go in there. That looks awful. That looks... Oh god, that looks bad. Scrap it. We'll make do with this wall. There. Yeah, there looks good. And this one, we need a gate on this one. So this was Fort Independence or something? Originally? I don't know. It's a fort in Boston somewhere, I'd assume. The game is reasonably... so... In Fallout, the divergence period from our own timeline is 1946. After that point, the timelines of Fallout and the timelines of our world split. And yeah, so 1946 is the divergence period. So this is probably a fort somewhere in Boston somewhere, because nobody ever decided to get rid of it. Right, okay, we should probably do Ada's quest. because Ada's quest should be reasonably easy, except my power armor is toast. Getting here was quite difficult, and I had to wade through some super mutants. Literally wade through some super mutants, so my power armor is not in good shape whatsoever. I do have Exo 1, actually. Do I have the... No, I don't have the aluminium. I need 2 aluminium to do that. Oh god, best places to get aluminium would be a fish packing plant. Let's see what we've got. Ooh, 4-leaf. Now, from what I remember of 4-leaf, that was Mirelurks, wasn't it? Yeah. Maybe what we need to do is get into our power armor. So, interesting thing about this build, it is quite an interesting thing. So, my melee is now, it doesn't really help when I'm talking. My melee is now to the point now where I'm doing, so I've got ×2 damage on the swatter. Oh, I think it does actually take it into account down here, actually. So, it's about 200-ish damage. Not 4-leaf. 4-leaf is there. Yeah, but the good aluminium source is up here somewhere. There, I think. That's the really good aluminium source, but I can't get that far up. Not with the amount of fusion cores that I've got. So I'm going to try 4-leaf. Yeah, so sneak attack now I do... about 2,000 damage. So when I was killing the Sarge earlier, the explosion was killing me, and I had to do it the long way around. I couldn't just crit hit him because it would kill me. Right, yeah. So I'm gonna try 4-leaf.
All systems are go, man.
No, I don't want to sneak. No point in sneaking. Oh, I've got 4 fusion cores. Still a bit of a way to go. At this point, I am basically I'm not invincible. I'm still very much a glass cannon. But if I can hit something, sneak attack, I can usually kill it outright. It's very fun when you're going up against behemoths and you're just killing them in a single shot. Unless I can find some cake pans somewhere. Or, ooh, hospitals. Hospital would be a better source. Do I have a hospital nearby? There's Milton. I haven't been to Milton yet. Not that far from Jamaica Plain either. That would be a better option. Because I can go up to Jamaica Plain, sleep, and then go down to Milton and clean out Milton. So that would be a better source of aluminium because I've got the surgical things and the nitrogen canisters. I think have. Yeah, that would be a better idea, wouldn't it? Go down to Milton via Jamaica Plain. Oh look, it's a couple of feral ghouls. What are we going to do about this? Oh, and I've also got Blitz now, so, and Tesla. Oh, and mutant hounds. what have we got now? Gangrenous Feral. There it is. I mean, Ada's making short work of it anyway. No, I haven't, though. Carmex. Oh god, what is Carmex? I've not seen that one. Well, I have seen that one, but... Ah. Right, nice. I would assume that some of the cats ended up in vaults and just because of lack of predators, they thrived. It's kind of like, oh, I don't know if you've ever read Wool. They had an issue with animals. Rats, I think. They were being used as pets. Cats are a bit of an odd one. They haven't mutated, they haven't... There were some crazy cat ladies though. I love Fallout 4. The best... Fallout 4 is the best one for atmosphere, the others are just the best for story. Apart from Fallout 3, and we don't talk about Fallout 3. Oh, God. Bear with me. Oh. Oh, don't get this illness, whatever it is. Also, I don't know how long I'll be going on for tonight. Usually I do hour streams. We'll see. See how hungry I get. Right, so there's that, and then we go round here. Oh, here's a spear. Ooh, a little janky on me. Alright, let's do 12 hours sleep. The way that I am right now, I don't really need to wait till night to kind of sneak around because I'm in power armor and I've got a big hammer. So, yay. Already got damaged. I still need to go around all the settlements and get them some proper defence. Get them all the heavy lasers. Still, alright, so we are now going over to Milton. Over here. And yeah, that'll be alright. I think it's probably super mutants. They do like to hang around these hospitals for some reason. Yeah, that sounds like a little bit of one of those made-up vaults. All the vaults were, they were experiments. There's vault. I'm gonna get this one wrong. It wasn't Vault 12. Vault 12 was Vault City. No, wait, no. Vault. Oh God. It's one or the Vault 12 was Necropolis. Vault 7 was Vault City. There was Vault 34. Split. Oh God, it's Fallon's. I wanted this place for a completely different reason. Right, okay, we've got super mutant suicides. Right. Okay, we've got more super mutants here than I quite expected. Don't really have the range. No, I do. So I need to get up to I mean, there were vaults with 1,000 men and 1 woman, and vice versa. The Vault Bible is full of some really, really weird stuff, which you can kind of expect would exist because it's Black Isle. Let's beat that one to death. Sharp. Ooh, that one might be quite useful. Charisma and intelligence. Right, I need to go that way. That way.
This is the pay! You disappear! No fair!
Where is he? Somewhere up there? Seems to be where the voice was coming from. In any case, I'm going down into the parking garage because this is the gauntlet. Which, if you have enough sneak, like I do, basically I can now tap dance on a landmine and it's not going to go off. So, it's great XP down here. Get loads of XP and loads of just loot. And, more importantly, the oh god. The hot rodder. Get the pink hot rodder armor. Right, I think around here is probably either ghouls or something similar. No, we've got some radaway, which is useless, or has little use, I should say. I've been learning a lot actually, watching many a true nerd play Fallout 4 Survival. Should be a reasonably easy puzzle to do. Yeah, again, that's a Fallout 3. Not a huge fan of the Fallout 3 vaults unless they're the like the original ones. There's a way of getting all of these. There we go. So vault 104, I think. Basically, the one where psychoactive drugs were pumped into the air filtration system 10 minutes after the door was closed. That was actually a Black Isle original vault. So the really, really weird ones tend to be the Black Isle originals. What, have I just tripped something, or? No, I think something's going off over here. A door with a turret sound behind it. What could possibly be inside? Oh look, a turret. Oh well. Everything just sort of dies around me. Oh, I hate these things. They can be hooked onto triggers, so... I think we're... oh no. Yeah, that's good. We're good now. Ooh, nice. And this is why I come to these places in power armor. Not because I'm actually afraid of anything inside. It's more I need the strength to loot everything. Do I have a... yeah, I've got level up banked. I've started to just bank these level ups, so I can just do what I need, you know, so that I've got something to, if I need something specific. So I've got all of sneak. I would love to get the next medic, because, Restores all lost health and radiation and works faster. Or Scrapper. It's just got to be Scrapper. Get some grenades. Grenades are good. So much free XP in here. Yeah, I would love to know who made this. It's it is a bit of a gauntlet, but I love it because it just the XP's it's free XP, and if you do it well, you've got barely any risk at you. You come up here with like sneak. Was it sneak 3? Let me just see. Sneak. The 5th level of sneak's a bit useless actually. Yes, sneak 2 and sneak 3. You come up here with sneak 3. The worst of the traps are suddenly not actually a problem at all. I'm not going to take the missile launcher, I don't think. I've wanted to come up to this place, but I haven't quite worked out where it was for. It's been quite lucky actually. It's quite lucky I decided to go down Milton. So I think this makes for a much more interesting stream, rather than me just trying to find aluminium. Right. I think ghouls are up here somewhere, but oh, you know, whoop-de-doo, ghouls. Considering I now damage enemies around my swing, so it's I'm not seeing any. Ah, there we go. Probably should have started with the glowing one, to be fair. And they're all dead. Oh, no, they're not quite all dead. Now they're all dead. Oh. Almost. Right. They're now all dead. Ow. Some dead ghouls, which is interesting. No, Ada, out the way. Cigarettes are not particularly useful. Now, if they were carrying around cake pans, that would be really useful. Alright, we're back up to trip hazards. I think they did actually change it so that companions can't actually trip traps anymore, which was rather useful. I mean, alright, that's a way out, but I don't want to use it. There are beds up here as well. Right, I've got 3 doors. Latch went opened. Right. Shush, Ada, I'm trying to listen. I have a feeling that there's a turret behind one of these. That one. Yeah, I think there's a turret behind that one then. No, that's a Tesla. Yeah. It's a typical Bethesda game. Bethesda can't really write story very well. They're great at creating atmospheres. I love the atmosphere of Fallout 4, but the story just sucks. And Fallout 3 was exactly the same thing. The story just sucked. But the atmosphere, the feel of the world, the whole idea of having the subways all crisscrossing underneath Washington. Really nice idea. Right, okay, so I can only open one of these doors and the other one will then be lost. That one's got fusion cores. It's got to be this one. Got to open this one. So I think it's this door. Blatantly, it's got to be the fusion cores that I go for because I'm trying to run a power armor. Is it power armor? Right, somewhere around here. Turn on my evil light. Aha! And furthermore, where is it? There it is, hot rodder. One.
Find anything useful?
How much do I have? I've still got the space. Take a weapon. Out of here. So. Take the assault rifle and break it down at the thingy. The thingy of the thingies. No, that's the wrong way. If you are interested in Fallout, if you are interested in Fallout, have a look at Many a True Nerd's latest videos on Frost. It's a mod for Fallout, which I'll probably play it when it actually gets a little bit further down the line, when it becomes a little bit more complete. But it does look rather good. Yeah, Metro's a really good post-apocalyptic game. I'm waiting for Frostpunk, which is a post-apocalyptic, not exactly a city builder, more like a community manager sort of game. That looks quite nice. And then what else? Yeah, I quite like the sort of the winter, the sort of the eternal winter sort of. I can't remember what's up here. Yeah, I like the sort of the different ideas for post-apocalyptic scenes. The Division is an interesting one. I wouldn't recommend buying the Division at full price. If you can get it into a sale, then that's probably the way to go about it. Simply because the survival mode in the Division is actually very good. But it's one of those games which you would kind of struggle to recommend to someone. It's probably fine. It's a nice sort of world, it's a nice atmosphere, but with only one solid game mode, it's a little bit tricky to sort of recommend it as something that somebody should buy. Stalker's also quite good. Not, obviously not post-apocalyptic, but set place in Chernobyl, and you kind of got these anomalies and artifacts, and you know, it's a really nice game. The atmosphere is just bang on, to the point where you're walking through areas of the town and it's all completely deserted, but you're feeling like you're being watched all the time. It's one of those games which is not a scary game. It's more of it'll sort of, it's almost like a thriller type of thing, rather than, it's not horror, it's just creepy. And I quite like that sort of, you know, it's almost like the Alien Isolation, where you've only got one alien following you. And it's not really a horror game insofar as, you know, you don't have like jump scares and all that. It's something a little bit different. And there we go. So I've now got full XO1. Right leg. I want us to get it to calibrated. I've got plans for this armour. Dodge it as much as I possibly can. Yeah, aluminium I need. Yay! Well, though I should note, the interesting thing about Metro is that it's actually inspired by the books that were written by, and we'll just turn around and try and get his name right, because I do own the books. Oh god, they're blocked by another book. It's like Dimitri something or other. Steps in the chocolate. Metro book. Yeah, I'm never going to get that name right. It's Dmitry Glovsovsky, something like that. I'm not great with Russian names. But yeah, really good reads actually. Though they do say with the latest Metro game, you should play it with Russian on, maybe with English subtitles, but so that they speak Russian. I should play through Metro at some point. It's a fabulous game. Just get rid of as much weight as I possibly can. Am I going to use Carmex? That's the question. So it's a plus 2 times sneak attack multiplier. I'm not, am I? Because I've got a 10 times sneak attack multiplier. I'm already to the point where the explosion of an enemy can actually just kill me, even though I've killed the enemy. Right, should be alright though. Get rid of those. Don't need the flame of fuel. I'm tempted to get rid of my 10mm pistol. I'll keep hold of it for now. That's that over-encumbered bug. No, I am actually over-encumbered by a couple. Just a couple of foodiness. So London, some of London's tube stations are they're not nuclear shelters, but they have been used as bomb shelters in the past because they are deep enough. There are Switzerland has by some kind of law, there is a law that basically says that all new houses have to be built with nuclear shelters if municipal shelters are not available. And they have got a tunnel that cuts through a mountain, which also doubles up as a nuclear shelter. Britain never really did that so much. It wasn't really a priority, partly because they knew that if nuclear war happened, then you would kind of keep a seat of government. You would get as many people out to big, proper shelters as quickly as you possibly could. But the vast majority of people wouldn't be alive. They did, however, have some rather questionable ideas of what would happen in the nuclear war. The Science Museum has in their possession the mobile bakery, which was, somebody thought, okay, nuclear war happens, how do we get bread to the people? Well, obviously you build a mobile bakery in order to supply bread to the starving people of, I think it was an Irish thing. So yeah, there are bunkers in London. The Admiralty is actually an entire fort in the centre of London. There used to be a nuclear reactor somewhere in London as well. Right, where am I going? Well, I should just quickly check where I am going. I am going to Fort Hagen, which is up there. Vertibird. Go to. I mean, in all reality, if nuclear war did break out, we would have no need of nuclear shelters in the UK. We're too small, and the bombs would hit in the cities, and that's where all the people are, unfortunately. So yeah, there is a map somewhere that basically shows what Britain would look like and where the radiuses would fall, and it's very, very narrow areas of land that wouldn't be affected by nuclear weapons. So yeah, fun times. What am I doing? I am looking for vertibird signal grenade. That's the one. I'm going to take a vertibird up. Of course, no fast travel. Vertibirds are very, very annoying though, and I do need to get some nice clear land. I think they can land over here actually. Just throw one of them. So I have to say, nuclear war isn't going to happen anytime soon. Not even with the whole North Korea situation, a nuclear war is not going to happen. An awful lot of the countries that have nuclear weapons, they won't fire it because their neighbours, who also have nuclear weapons and don't like them very much, would also fire. So it would just be completely and utterly pointless in this day and age. We pretty much have them in order to have them. I think Britain should get rid of them. Yeah, I used to be a Londoner, so I'm now in the north, so already screwed. But yeah, you know, nuclear war isn't going to happen anytime soon. You'd have to have enough countries in the world that are mad enough to launch nuclear weapons even in retaliation, and I don't think we have those sorts of leaders anymore. Yeah, Trump is, well, he's Trump, but he's not stupid, you know, not in that way. He may do some very questionable things, but I think he does know where the line is. To the point where I think he would invade North Korea, but he wouldn't launch a nuclear attack on North Korea, ever. Not even if provoked. It just wouldn't happen. Though, on the other side, I don't think Kim Jong-un would launch a nuclear attack on anyone, because it would result in the death of North Korea. Not through nuclear weapons, but through pretty much everyone around them invading them. I think even China would join in at this stage. I mean, the reasons why nuclear war happened in the Fallout universe is you kind of got an awful lot of little things that happen that all sort of build up to the point of war, where war is just, there's no other option but to launch a nuclear strike on one another, and quite a lot of it is surrounding oil. You know, not having the oil supplies in order to keep fighting the war, so they have to keep fighting the war in order to well, actually, rather interestingly, so in the UK submarines there is a safe. In that safe are the general orders for the point at which Radio 4, crazily, is not ordered. So the way it works, if a submarine can't get like a communication through to the government, there are other systems in place to kind of confirm whether or not the country is still up and running. One of those things is Radio 4, so if they can't pick up Radio 4, it's a possibility that they're going to need to open that safe. So far, the safe has never been opened, and every time there's a new Prime Minister writes new orders, they get sealed and they get put in the safe. Old orders are then burnt, so nobody knows what each Prime Minister has said. And it's something like, there's one of 4 different things, and it's things like, so what to do in the case that Britain is no longer, you know, intact, you know, it's been hit by a nuclear strike, and it's things like return fire or don't, basically. I can't remember what all the 4 options are. So if Britain got wiped out by a nuclear strike, there's actually quite a good chance that the officers would open that safe, and the Prime Minister will have written to say, just, you know, don't do anything. You know, just put the submarine on the bottom of the water, you know, scuttle it, whatever. It may literally just be, do not bother firing the nuclear missiles. And at that point, you kind of wonder if they're needed anymore. And, you know, at the state we are now, yeah, okay, the UK may say, we will only fire it in self-defence, but what happens if we get a different Prime Minister involved? You know, what if we actually end up with UKIP or the BNP in power? Would they be as responsible with nuclear weapons as their predecessors have? I just don't like the idea that we are spending so much money keeping those things running when we're stripping our military to the bone. Isn't it better to have a fully equipped military to deal with any situation than nuclear missiles that can only really deal with one? I've got an awful lot of problems with how our military is basically being run. Those off, so your flamethrower traps aren't working anymore. Insane drugs. Drug time. Take all the drugs. Everything. Buff jet. Buff out. that. No, not Day Tripper. I don't even know why I carry Day Tripper. It's not Jet, definitely Med-X. I'm gonna get, yeah, I've got addicted to Med-X again. Have a mole rat steak and some Nuka-Cola and another steak. Deal with that one first. Switch out to that. Hello, Rust Devil. Whew, that was a fun fight. Got addicted to Med-X. Oh, and Gator's down. Made it. Get up. Have you got anything? Oh, no. Game's got confused again. Unless that's... Oh, that might be a result of the buff out I took, actually. Yeah, Nazis were working on an awful lot of crazy stuff. They may have ended up with the technology to do so, but I don't know. The whether or not it would be functional, I think, would be the question. If it would be a weapon that they would have actually been able to use properly. The Nazis had scientists who were working on nuclear weapons, and at the end of the war, Russian and American both picked up Nazi scientists to work on their own projects. I mean, Braun's work on rocketry was a godsend, really, to be put into ultimately sort of almost the right hands, because it was his work that put man on the moon, ultimately. Drop down here. And is there a bed? I would quite like to save before I drop into here. No, there isn't. Okay, I think I can deal with not saving. I mean, the Nazis worked on quite an awful... Hitler was very... he was constantly looking for the super weapon. It was ultimately his downfall, or part of his downfall, was that he was constantly looking for a way to win the war with some kind of thing, you know, with something, you know, something big and impressive. We got, you know, V1s, V2s, V3s out of that sort of lust for something. We got the Moors, and there were even sort of bigger tanks and railway guns and all sorts of things. But an awful lot of that had come from a certain amount of fear that the Allies were able to create weapons that could destroy his designs, basically. We had the Matildas. The Matildas were a reasonably average tank, all in all, very slow. Sort this out. Yeah, reasonably slow. Nice. I've already got that one. Just pick that one up. Pick up another one. Power relay coil. Yeah, the helicopter's a fun one. yeah, they did actually. Yeah, they played around with vertical takeoff and landing. So they had essentially propeller planes. There were some very interesting tanks around, I have to say. They were certainly, Tigers were certainly formidable. So, let me just deal with this. I mean, there's some very interesting designs out there that did very well in very, very strange ways. So things like the Archer, the Valentine chassis. Yeah, Valentine. So you get yourself a Valentine chassis. You then turn the turret 180 degrees and fix it on a gimbal mount. And the cannon, you put in a 17-pounder cannon. That 17-pounder gun ended up being on an awful lot of British tanks, and it had the power to punch through an awful lot of German armour in the end. And as a result, they put that 17-pounder on everything. They eventually found a the M10 chassis could actually fit 17-pounders. They bought a load of the M10s and converted them over. An awful lot of surprising tanks that came out of the war. I mean, the Russians did quite an incredible job with the tools that they had at hand, to the point where they were just sort of rolling tanks out straight into the front lines. But yeah, the Matilda was the one that sort of, I think it scared Hitler. This reasonably average tank that cut through a Panzer brigade. Though, imagine what the war would have been like had we had... come on, where are they? Considering we are just staring at tanks here. These things. That's probably not a particularly good example. Yeah, that one's a better example. It looks a little bit more awesome. 2 barrels. And probably nuclear powered. Because everything is back then. Back here, even. It's a little bit short, I have to say. I don't know if it's a tele tank, but yeah, I quite like that tank. Right, we were trying to find how to get further on in. So we've got robot arm. They really like their robots. Maybe over here. Ah, oh, door. Aha. Yeah. Hang the locked out. Yeah. I can just open or close the door. It's not particularly useful. Right, okay, so with the other side of that there is a full set of there. Looks like a full set. That would be nice to come back. Oh, wait a minute, I leveled up, didn't I? And that requires an expert lockpick. I think we can do that, actually. Yeah, at the end, Hitler was clutching at straws, trying to make jet fighters out of wood and paper and wood and paper. Wood and okay. Let's just get this on. Take the fusion core. I'll take the helmet and the arms. The torso can probably. Oh, no, I'll keep that torso. I can always come back for the rest of that. Stick it in my junkyard. There we go. I'm not going to put the helmet on because I've got the VAT augmentation on there. But well, I did a live stream on Hearts of Iron a little bit of a while ago, in which the Italians actually invaded the UK in the end, which was fun. It was sort of my penance because I'd been making jokes about the Italians being completely useless.
I come to warn you of a new scourge who stalks the innocent and destroys my robot allies, only seems to save lives. This scourge cares nothing for the progress we have made, but we will find her and bring her to justice.
Right, he does wake up. If I crit him... Ooh. If I crit him and he explodes, he might kill me. I am on full... Oh, I'm risking it. There we go. I fancy just killing him. Get rid of him. And then we can deal with Jezebel.
What are you doing here?
I come to warn you of a new scourge who stalks the innocent.
There's the V3, which was being built to bomb London using artillery shells. The British hit it with earthquake shells before they even knew what it was. So all this time and effort and all these resources had been poured into making these massive artillery cannons, which would have then destroyed before they could even fire. So yeah, Hitler wasted an awful lot of manpower constantly and resources. And had he actually stuck with what Britain and Russia and America were doing, which was just basically giving these weapons to men, you know, just ordinary weapons, ordinary tanks, nothing particularly complicated, Hitler could have potentially won the war. Though, had he been thinking logically, he wouldn't even have bothered starting the war in the first place and just turned Germany into an industrial powerhouse. He had the potential to do it.
I could definitely use that.
I thought you might say something like that. Now, how can I, in order to, I'm willing to provide SEDAC 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Oh, once we're at our desk.
Right. Let's take Jezebel and run away. Bravely. This way. Oh, we got a boss back in as well. Rust devils. Yeah, I should have that. Typewriters. I'm gonna have to come back to this place, aren't I, for a looting trip. There's quite a lot of good stuff up here. That goes there. So what? Do I just drop down here and then? No, I thought I went up. God. I'm not good with these mazes. I've noticed. And
It is I, the Mechanist. I come to warn you of a new scourge which stalks the innocent.
there should be a door around here, logically. Oh, no, up here. It is up here, but it's sort of around here.
Watch the tripwires. I'd rather keep myself intact today, thank you.
Though I don't actually trip them, I don't think. There's a bed there. Can't sleep, enemies are nearby. Great.
That suit should tip the balance of things in our favor.
And there's a fusion core. So I've got 8 fusion cores now. I'm doing quite well on fusion cores. Lost up with gaming terminal, which means that they're going to have a...
Identified intruder detected. Beginning search.
Down the nuclear quantum picked up. And is there anything else good around here? Probably not. Though, you know, they'll definitely come back here with a decent set of armor.
You really are taking the path of most resistance here, aren't you?
Oh, shush. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. I like sneaky. No, nobody's there, honest.
Identify yourself.
No. Where's Ada?
My apologies.
Where's the boss? Those devils are actually quite hard.
They may be using stealth. Nice try. Engaging hostile targets. Powering down weapons, ma'am.
So, where is the Tesla woman?
My apologies. They've lost them.
At least I'm getting lots of fiber optics. Oh, think. Must be around here somewhere. Yeah, it's going to be so worth coming back here. And I've got some space.
Based on my limited experience with you, I estimate a 65% chance of making it out of here. Not optimal. An increase in effort could have an impact on the odds. This is the one that ripped my head off. I demand we rip her head off. It's only fair.
Don't know why that one's red. Ah.
I would have killed him.
Oh, damn it. And now we respawn all the way back there. Yay! Right, I'm going to stop streaming now. Because you don't want to see me doing all that again. But, yeah. Been a good stream. Something to do. So with that, I will say thank you very much for watching. How far back am I? Oh right, I'm back here. That's fine. I can deal with that. I was slightly concerned that I'd be back before I got up here. But anyway, I'm going to say farewell for now. So yeah, with that, I'll say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.